So today we're going to be mutating some Therizinos, and I hope to eventually have a gigantic army of them strong enough and capable enough of taking down the Alpha Dragon on the island, because honestly that boss scares me, and I think it scares most people. Its Fire Breath can take away 20% of your creature's health, and it just ignores whatever saddle you might have. You might have 1 billion armor on your saddle, and you're a cheater if you have that, but if you have that, it's just going to ignore it. It doesn't care about whatever saddle you have. So yeah, this is a tricky boss for sure, and obviously herbivores apparently take like reduced damage from fire-based attacks, but I don't believe it's that actual fire breath that takes away the damage that they actually get resistance from. I think maybe it might be the fireball and anything else it can possibly do, maybe even standing in the lava. I'm not exactly sure about that whole herbivore fire resistance thing, and I'm not sure if most people are either, but yeah, maybe if somebody can like clear that up just a little bit in the comments, let me know. Anyway, so we have a strategy for this. I have a strategy. It's not just going to be chaos in there, trust me. So we're going to be using a little bit of a method that I keep getting like recommended whenever I do Therizinos versus the dragon. I've done it like a couple times already. They're definitely one of the better creatures for taking it down, and also they're not as clumsy as Rex's. They have a smaller turning radius and also smaller hitboxes, which means that you can surround the dragon a lot easier with them. But anyway, so the method is you got to basically get your Therizinos up to 21k health and no higher than that. And then you just pump all the rest of your levels into melee, because if you have a sweet veggie cake inside of their inventory, when they get low enough, they'll eat that, and that's going to bring them up by 10% of their health. And the maximum that a veggie cake can go up by is 2,100, which is 10% of 21k. So it's kind of like the idea of it is only get your Therizinos to the point where they need to be. So that restores 10%. Now the dragon takes off 20%. It kind of will mean that we might actually end up losing maybe a few, but we might actually end up keeping a few. They might not all die in this fight, and I'm really hoping for that. Anyway, I just wanted to actually do this whole method because I've never done it before. So what we've got here today is really good Therizinos, actually. So ever since the very start of the series, I've been like taming Therizinos. I think we tamed some pretty early on, and then like a couple episodes we've tamed more and more. And then last week we did a Twitch stream where I actually ended up going around and taming up quite a few really good ones, and we got a really good melee stat that day. And then after that, I needed a better health stat. My best health stat was 45 points, and that melee stat that we got was 49 points. So I tried to get a better health stat, but it ended up getting a even better melee stat, 57 points. It's just, that is a ridiculously good stat. I don't even know. I'm just so happy about that. It's a really good one. And then after that, I managed to get 49 points into health on one of them, which is pretty good. I was hoping for higher. I'd love that 57 points onto the health instead of the actual melee, because we're gonna need to do quite a lot of mutating here today. I'm not gonna level them up to 21k, by the way. I'm going to mutate them up to 21k. So I need to get them close enough to there and then imprint them up to that point. So I need to stop at a certain point, and I need to kind of figure out where that is. So I've already actually went ahead and got a mutated Therizino. This one here, let me pop it over here. This one here has one health mutation, and the difference between the two stats is 348. So I've roughly calculated it, and we're gonna need over 20 health mutations. I'm getting so fumbled on my words because there's so many details that I need to mention, but we're gonna need over 20 health mutations onto these things if I'm not planning on pumping any levels into that stat. So I want to try and do that. I want to try and do this and then just pump all of the levels that we can into melee. So they're going to be, you know, tanky enough to fight the dragon, but they're also going to be really, really strong because I haven't pumped any levels into anything but melee. And also we're going to be mutating melee. So yeah, these things are going to be ridiculous. I'm really excited to actually see the final product, but it's going to take a long ass time to do this. So I'm starting really early. Anyway, guys, go ahead, do me a favor, hit the like button if you find yourself enjoying this one. Let me also just go over some of the other stats that we have here. So I accidentally hit the wrong button there. So our stamina, we have 47 points into that, which is pretty nice when I have Therizinos out and about, like gathering or whatever. I don't necessarily need stamina on the ones I'm not riding, and I'm not going to be riding any Therizinos in the boss arena. And then we also got 53 points into weight, which is pretty good as well. Obviously, Therizino is pretty good at gathering, and I'll probably end up using them for that. So, yeah, we wanted a pretty good weight stat. We actually got a really, really good one. I'm obviously going to also be putting one over an Eggfall, which is my little farm over there that we have, like, tech parasaurs being killed constantly. I'm going to just update the Therizino. I already have one in there. I'll just put one of these ones, the final product, into that little place over there. And then also here, check out the melee stat. So that goes up by almost 12 points, which is pretty good. So yeah, 20 of those potentially if I can, plus all of the levels. Like, these things are going to be ridiculous. Like, they're going to be so powerful. So I'm excited to get going with this, but it's going to take a long ass time. So I'll see you guys on the other side, because it's really boring to just constantly show off mutations. And obviously I'm going to try and keep some cool colors along the way, and then we'll combine those separately and make a stack of colors, and then combine that in with all my stats. Oh my god, this is gonna take forever, but I'm gonna be really happy with the final product at least, and it will make for a really cool video. So yeah, I'll see you on the other side. So I've been breeding and breeding and breeding, and we're finally done. It actually didn't even take that long. I mean, it took a long ass time, don't get me wrong, but it didn't take as long as I thought it would. I thought we'd have to get way more mutations, but I did proper calculations, smart calculations, and figured out that I needed 21 mutations to get it as close to 21k. So here's the thing. I can't actually get it landing directly on 21k. I have to pump 1 point into it, because we start out with like 49 points into the health stat. We need to be at 92, and a mutation carries 2 stat points, so it just doesn't exactly land me on 92. I could have went to 93, but I wanted to get it as close to the actual number than instead of just, you know, randomly going ahead. And I kind of, you know, I wanted it to be perfect, okay? Sue me. Anyway, so yeah, we have right here our stack of mutations. This one is not imprinted, of course, so it's coming out at 16k, but once we do the imprint, it lands up to 20k, and then I pump 1 level in, and it gets to just slightly above 21k. 21,127.3 is the exact stat of the Therizinos. And also here, check out the colors. These dudes are dope. Honestly, I have really, really cool colors, and I'm so happy with them. Boom, look at that. I mean, like, goddamn, that is a very pretty Therizino. We got extremely good colors. Obviously, what I did was when I got all of the mutation stacks done, I just popped the perfect male back in with all those females, waited for a bunch of mutations, and then just picked out whatever colors I liked, combine them like with each other, and then, you know, again to make the perfect stack, and then combine that with the stack of the mutation stats. It's a whole mess, but at the very end of the day, you get a very pretty Therizino. Yeah, you can see the family tree. It's pretty messy, but yeah. So, the Therizinos are going to be really good for the boss fight. Here, check this out. So obviously I pumped that 1 point into health, and I've leveled them a good amount. The way I did that was basically by hatching up a bunch of Therizinos and letting them kill them. It's honestly the best way of leveling something. But yeah, so they have this much melee. Let me just hop out here and show you exactly how much damage we actually do. It's a pretty good amount, to be honest. And I've made up a couple other Therizinos that we can use for other stuff. By the way, you may recognize this from Twitter. I literally just put up a post there a few minutes ago. It's such a weird looking Bronto. I put up like a caption this post, so if you guys want to like put something funny on there, if you can think of something funny, check out my Twitter down below. Anyway, yeah, wait, how much damage did I do again? I think it was like 1100 or something like that. Just so many dead creatures. I have the turrets killing everything because I don't want anything near my stuff at all. So yeah, let me go kill this Anki though, and boom. Yeah, okay, basically 1100 on the dot right now. Now bear in mind, not Tyrannosaurus, not mate boosted. That is just the pure damage that one of these dudes does by themselves, and I think it's pretty amazing. Oh, actually, you know what? That's incorrect. Let me show you exactly what they do, because we need to have it go and attack something without me riding on it, because I'm giving it the buff from the imprint. So that's the exact damage that we do. The lower damage is obviously the like little bite thing that they can do. So yeah, 846. It's pretty amazing. So it's got 20. Can I get in here? You know what? Just harvest that for me. Oh, does that not work on Therizinos? What? That is weird. Huh? When you have a carnivore, you can actually whistle them onto a corpse and they'll go and eat it. Are you kidding me? You're actually not gonna do. How am I gonna get you out of here? Are you gonna whistle out? Follow me. What the hell, man? Okay, come on, get out of there. There we go. Yeah, that's weird, because Therizinos can harvest meat and everything. That's really strange. Anyway, so, yeah, 846, I think, is what it was. So it's got those 20 melee mutations. It's got the really good melee stat to begin with, and then obviously Imprint on top of that. Imprint carries 20% buff onto a stat, so basically by getting it to pretty much, where is it again? This one here. I need it to be directly on 16,800 to get it to land directly on 21k with that imprint buff. So obviously that wasn't going to happen. I would go over and it just wasn't going to be a thing. So I'm just happy that we actually managed to get it basically on 21k, even though we had to bump in the level. It just was unfortunate that I ended up with an odd number for my health stat. I actually, as well, like the old health stat we had on the one over here at Eggfall, that one also only had I think it was 45, so like both of my really good health stats were both odd numbers. So yeah, I obviously, you know, if in hindsight I probably could have kept trying and actually get a better health stat to begin with, like, or just an even number in general. That would have helped out a lot, but you know what, I'm okay with this. I'm not gonna waste any more time on this type of stuff. We have our amazing Therizino. So this one here is actually ready for boss fights. So let me put you away because you're not going to be used here today. I did make a couple of them here. So I have a weighty boy, which is here. Let me just pop this one out. So this one has every level pumped into weight, and we have basically like 3,000. So this is going to be my gathering Therizino. Obviously, they're really good at gathering freaking like fiber and then also wood, and I think they're pretty good at thatch as well. Yeah, it's not a huge amount of thatch, but it's a little bit. But yeah, so they're really good at gathering all that stuff. So obviously I kind of wanted one for that. They're not the most efficient for it, but they're definitely a really fast creature that's also pretty good at fighting in general. I mean, like, how much damage do I actually do? Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good damage right there, and they have a really good attack speed as well. So let me just go ahead and finish off this Bronto and move over to Eggfall there, because I have another Therizino that's going to go into there. It's the female on my bar. We named that one Baby Blender. The very old, ridiculous joke that I have from when I used to use Therizinos to take care of unwanted babies. Yeah, Baby Blender. And this right here is pretty much just a giant blender. Like, let's be honest. I mean, there was even like a meme I remember that was posted on my subreddit of just like a picture of this and a picture of the blender, and it's just like there's no difference between them. And I agree. I mean, like, this is basically just a giant blender. Like, let's be honest here. You can go away there for the moment, and let me see. So, oh wow, we have a little bit of explosion in here. What the hell happened here? How the hell did you guys get out of here? Seriously? Okay, well, clearly this Therizino is not doing a fantastic job, but we got Baby Blender here. Baby Blender is gonna help out a huge amount, and of course I forgot to do this. Oh, I hate this so much. You can't make it really go that quick, but it's okay. I mean, oh god, I'm just remembering, like, when I was using a Therizino on the Primal Fear series. You guys remember that when what was it called again? Like a, I don't even know what it was called, like Ascended or something, whatever they were called on that. I had like 300 levels to pump in, so I had to go on a Therizino and hit this button 300 times. So yeah, that was kind of painful, but you know what? Oh, no. I was like constantly clicking the same button, and that's obviously what made me throw that. Let me see. Get back here. You're not supposed to be running around like that. Let me see about getting you. Ignore group whistles. You're going to be on aggressive, and I need to get you in there first. So you know what? Let me pick you up. And I should probably clean up all this other stuff. I guess, you know what? We'll let this Therizino have its last little go at killing all these baby Parasaurs, because, yeah. Come on. Here you go. Almost done? Almost. You know what? You're doing a really poor job there, bud. I'm gonna have to get you out of here. Corporate wants you back at the place. I don't know. All right, let's see. That is not Baby Blender. This is Baby Blender. Boom, number 7. And also, this is a great way to get chocolates. Like, look at this. And the candies as well. I still have that event active, but I do have candies on, like, all maps. I went around, or not candies, chocolates on all maps. I went around and just, like, kept breeding my creatures just so I'd have them on all the maps for the moment. I'm pretty sure that when we remove this event, they'll still stay here. So that's going to be good. But, yeah, we're going to set up this Therizino in here. I might just AFK for a little bit and just kind of let it gather up some stuff, and we'll see how it goes, because obviously it's going to be a lot better than the previous one. It's going to instantly kill them with like one hit. So yeah, we might just AFK. Let me pick up all this stuff though. All right, so I went AFK and I recorded it, but I wasn't in the same spot that I was when I left, so something happened. I gotta check that out. We did get a good amount of stuff though. Check it out, pretty good. And we have a loose power sword. Oh my god, what the... Oh, yeah. Now that makes sense. Holy crap, though. Jesus. Completely forgot about that. Yeah, that's obviously a lot of power swords that got killed. Seems like there's a bit of a mess up there. That's kind of odd, because that never really happens. But, yeah, I gotta check out the footage and then check out what this mess is all about up here. God damn it. So I understand the mystery of what the hell happened over at my little element farm. Yeah, the power sword that was in there, the one that was free, I think that was also the same one that was a baby when we went in earlier. That basically pushed me around just a little bit. So I'm probably gonna make like a little mini time lapse or something with all that footage. My god, I just got knocked back so far. Was that the Diplo? That felt like much further than usual. I don't know, that's kind of weird. So, this is another Therizino that I made. I made the weighty boy, I made the baby blender, but I also went ahead and made myself one just for kind of like general use. You know, we can kind of keep this one on us all the time. So, any name suggestions? No, I'm just kidding. We named it Logan. I know people are just going to tell me to name it that anyway. So, yeah, figured I'd just go ahead and do that before. Anyway, I mean, it's a pretty cool name. I like it. All right. Well, anyway. Oh, you know what? Actually, let me show you the stats here. So I leveled the health up to 30k, leveled the stamina up to 2k, and then I leveled the rest of the points into melee. So this is going to be a pretty good Therizino for general use, and we have a pretty good use for it right here. That Alpha T-Rex over there needs to go down. It's a high level and everything. I think it's a 174. Might be a 168. I can't exactly remember. Let me just tear through all these creatures around here real quick. Everything needs to die. There you go. Look at all these frickin', what are they called? Deinonychus. There's so many of them that are so pretty looking. Look at them. They just chased that. No, you're cornering him. Oh, God, that's a horrible death. All right, rip. Well, yeah, let's go in and try to kill this Alpha T-Rex. So I'm hoping that we're going to be able to take this thing down pretty easily. You know what? I've just realized. Well, yeah, we're going to need that. We're going to need that for sure. Still need to pull in the rest of those chibi levels. Like, I really just need to go back to the island, hit up Explorer Notes, and kill alphas for, like, a day. So maybe I'll do that at some point. But, yeah, so... hopefully we can get that, and then we're probably gonna maybe try to go for like an ascension pretty soon as well. I would say probably the island ascension, if anything. So yeah, we'll do that, and we'll get all like the extra levels, and eventually I want to try and get my character. Oh, we're experiencing a little server save there. It's a very large file because there's a lot of things built on this map. But yeah, eventually I want to get my character up to 155, which is the current max level, including all the DLCs and the chibi and everything right now. So yeah, excited for that. It's gonna be a lot of work to get there, but it's gonna happen eventually. Look at this frickin' Rex. Oh my god, we gotta try and kill some of these other creatures here. Yeah, because they're getting like alpha boosted off this dude. He is kind of getting a little bit bloody though, so we're doing a good job here. Come on, die. There we go. Got rid of that aloe. Sweet. How's my dude doing? Yeah, he's doing great. I mean, this Rex is hardly doing any damage. What level were you? Is that a 174? It looks like it. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, we'll just go ahead and shred through this thing. And you know what? Actually, here's some like plans that I have for the foreseeable future for this series. So I'm gonna be trying to go like heavy in on like big creatures and like breeding them up and making them OP for bosses. But not only for that, I want to also try to do some Genesis missions. I want to try and at least get a pretty good Giga stack going, and eventually I want to start taking down some of those alpha missions over on Genesis. So I think we're gonna probably go on like a little binge of trying to tame Gigas. So keep an eye on my Twitch if you want to try and tune in for some of that. Maybe I'll try to stream some of it. But yeah, I'm just gonna take down this little Rexy Boo real quick, and then we'll get off and maybe do something else. What else? What else do we have? My god, this thing is just taking it, man. How much freaking health? There we go. I was about to say, kind of felt like it was gonna die like 2 minutes ago. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that was a crazy one. Let me go ahead and harvest that thing. Boom. So yeah, we've got that, and obviously, yeah, those alpha missions are gonna be great. We're gonna get tons of points and stuff from that. We'll be able to make ourselves a bunch of those loot crates. So that's gonna be fantastic for obviously getting really good gear, but also just progressing in Genesis, because that's really what I want to try and do. I want to try and at least do the beta controller at some point in the future as well. Like, obviously the alpha one is definitely on my radar. I'll do that eventually, but you gotta pretty much complete every single mission to do that, and I'm gonna have to do that again when we bring back Ultimate ARK, which, by the way, yeah, it's still probably gonna be coming out at around like May or June. Don't really want to jump into that right now. It's a lot of work, and I can't start it and then not do it for like a month or two when I'm busy with like Genesis. So yeah, and also I want to actually focus on Genesis Part 2 when that comes out. That's gonna be fantastic. Can't wait for it. But yeah, we're also probably gonna add that to the cluster eventually as well, but we're gonna have our own series for that. Anyway, back to the cluster kind of plans. I think maybe we'll try to do the dragon either in the next episode or the one after that. And then we're going to try and actually work on a tech base, because I am not 100% happy with the base that I have here on Val. That's really why I haven't done a whole lot with it lately. I mean, like, I kind of built it up real quick, and I was happy with it, and then I became unhappy with it. I'm very indecisive when it comes to my main base to, like, live on. But don't worry, we're also going to try and focus on some other maps, because when we get all the tech, it's going to mean that we're going to have access to all of the tech, but also underwater tech stuff. So that means we're probably going to build up another Genesis base at some point soon. And then maybe AB as well. I don't know. We have like so much to do, but like that's the thing. It's a lot to do. Like, we have so many things that we can do. It's kind of overwhelming sometimes when you think about it, because there's quite a lot of maps and quite a lot of bosses and quite a lot of places to build. And yeah, it's just a lot of stuff to do. So, you know, we got like lots of things that we can do, and I just kind of like need to branch out and try to get to some of those things at some point. I guess we're going to like drop all the rest. We didn't really get anything cool from the Alpha T-Rex, unfortunately. We go ahead and kill this aloe here. This is a great way of just like freaking getting all these drops for the bosses, like the apex drops, just kind of coming around Val on like a creature. Seems like there's so many Brontos and Rexes and Aloes and stuff all over the place. It's great. Oh my god, look at that pretty sheep. I want it. All right. Oh, you know what? Actually, that kind of leads me into something else. I was just looking at that sheep, and I was just thinking, museum. We're probably going to maybe attempt that as well at some point soon. That will be on this map, but I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work. I have a couple cool ideas, and I almost kind of want to build it in the sky. So yeah, that might be a thing. And if it is built in the sky, that's going to be good, because then it's going to, you know, not cause too much lag around my base, so I could kind of like build it maybe here. But yeah, it's also going to mean that, you know, I'm kind of like have this giant open canvas that we can kind of build it on. But I also need to make it look good on the outside, because I don't want an eyesore. So we might have a giant museum in the sky at some point soon. So yeah, lots and lots of plans. Like, that's the main thing, you know. We kind of need to look forward to the future and kind of like plan things out just a little bit. But yeah, this is obviously great. We have these Therizinos now. They are definitely going to be capable of taking down that frickin' dragon. So the plan for that is, oh, and by the way, actually, I don't think I showed them off, and I don't think I have any. I wonder, is that one crafting skill? This is like a random Therizino that I have. This is actually a tamed one, I do believe. Let's see. Is your saddle crafting skilled? No. So I crafted this one, but obviously I didn't use crafting skill for it. That right there, I have a blueprint for that. And I went ahead and just crafting skilled like a crap ton of those. So we have enough saddles for the dragon boss. We technically don't need the best saddles ever, but it does bite and it does like other damage. So I figure it would be smarter to go in with half decent saddles rather than going in with primitive ones. So we have that. We have 18 Therizinos ready to go. And we also have, what is it called? The Uranus is coming in as well, and I'm probably also going to bring a Daedon. So that's the loadout that we're going in with for that dragon boss. I might also maybe bring some weapons for me too, just so when it's flying in the air, I can actually make use of my time and shoot at it. So yeah, definitely feel like maybe next episode we might attempt that. So yeah, these Therizinos though, they're definitely going to take it down. I'm very confident, maybe overconfident. Maybe I'll probably lose some. You know what? I'd be okay if we did lose some. Provided that we could actually kill this beast, then I'm good. You know, I only need to kill it technically once, and I can use that trophy to do the Overseer on the island. And then after that, if I ever want dragon trophies, I could just do them over here on Val, or I could do them, I guess, on Rag as well. That one's easier. I mean, it's so easy to kill on every map besides the island, but I didn't want to take the cheap way and do it over there. to get all those tech rooms. So yeah, once we kill it there, we probably won't fight it there too many more times. All right, well, I think that's gonna be it for today, folks. This is probably a bit of a shorter video, but it took a long ass time to make, so I'd appreciate a like if you have enjoyed it. And yeah, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff if you want to see more of this. And yeah, definitely wish me good luck with the dragon fight. If you have any tips as well, like maybe stuff has changed since I went in the last time, do let me know. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one when we will have lots and lots of meat, because this thing just absolutely shreds it.